Hey guys, Xaryu here, and today I have a pretty awesome video for you guys because instead of going over my gameplay, I'm going to be going over some of your guys' gameplay that you guys sent in. This is actually from a Fire Mage, and he's playing some RMP. It's around Gladiator level, which is perfect. They're around 2600 MMR. In this video, I think I'm just going to give you guys a tremendous amount of value, breaking down his gameplay and going over all of the things he's doing very well at around the 2600 level and all the things that he could still be working on and that their team could be working on around a 2600 level, because I think a ton of you guys are in this boat where you're like, okay, I'm pretty good. I think I'm 90% there, but there's still another 5% or 10%, like, what can I be doing better? And this is that perfect MMR range where, look, they're gladiators. They're playing well. They know what they're doing, right? They're not... These guys have the basics down, right? It's not just like, okay, yeah, I'm going for that polymorph. It's like, no, we know what we need to do, but the micro is still off a little bit, causing us to maybe lose some games. So we're going to take a look at some of these games. I haven't really watched these games. This is the first time watching them. I've briefly went through some of the matches just so we have something to play, something to watch, but I don't know exactly, if they won, if they lost, or what they could be improving upon. So we're going to break it down right here, right now. Looks like they're playing Fire Disc. I think it's Assassination, RMP. Great comp. I actually play the same thing myself a lot of the times with Peekaboo and Gex. They're fighting Shadow Priest, Destruction, Arsham. Normally, against this, I've been going Shadow Priest. Destruction Warlocks are very, very tanky, and it seems like it's very difficult to kill them. So, I mean, just keep that in mind. Also, the Warlock looks like he's Orc, whereas the Priest will have longer stuns on him as well. Either way, let's kind of see what you guys do. It's all about that cross EC, getting a big opener. It looks like you sap the Shaman, you kidney, you pop Dark Archangel, throw the Meteor down, not bad. It looks like you're not going for any re-CC onto the Shaman. So right away, I would always suggest going for a re-CC onto the Shaman. Looks like you guys are opening Warlock, you get the wall immediately and the Earthen Shield. Out of the sap, it's very important to go for a Sheep. Even if you get kicked, because then there's a kick out of the way, you can cast more G-Pies or Scorches, whatever. So to go for that kick out, go for the re-sheep out of the sap is very important. Or Vanish Resap, or Vanish Groat, Vanish Cheap Shot, or Blind, or Fear, or Dragon's Breath, or something. You need to follow this you see on the healer, because you need to force the healer's Trinket. Even if it's blind, Trinket, great, right? If you blind him right now, he's going to Trinket instantly. Before he got in the Meteor, by the way, when he was still out of the Meteor in the sap, great, you get the Trinket, so much better of an opener. So keep that in mind. 100% should have followed up CC. You're sheeping the Priest here, that's okay. You're casting Greater Pyro, you get coiled, that happens. Looks like you're kind of just playing back, going for, like right here, I'd be going for some Spell Seals. I'd be casting a Greater Pyroblast to bait kicks before the go. Definitely want to keep that in mind, right? If you cast a Greater Pyro and it gets stopped, awesome. Before go, awesome, right? Because then you guys have a whole nother setup. You have Counterspell available for the go. Looks like you're sheeping the Priest. So these sheeps on the Priest, not very necessary, right? You could have just been line of sighting around the pillar, save the sheep DR for when you're actually going to go for a kill attempt. I don't mind the sheeps. I don't think they're terrible, but I also don't think they're very necessary. Just line of sighting does the same thing, because now the Priest is on quarter sheep DR, and you guys are probably going to push out here in a second, just allowing yourself to have a little less control. Rogue gets a re-stealth, has that shield, goes for the blind out onto the healer, and the kidney. And the Priest grips the kidney out of the Meteor. So right away, the blind isn't terrible, right? You blind, you kidney Vendetta, this is good. Since the Shaman trinketed immediately, I don't know if you needed to commit the Vendetta. I don't know if the Vendetta was committed, then he trinketed. Also, since your Rogue got a re-stealth, I would have recommended either to sap the Shaman if he's out of combat, or cheap shot the Shaman into a poly. And then if you don't get the poly, then blind, right? So if your Rogue's already in stealth, might as well cheap shot, go for the sheep, and then blind. Priest gripped the Warlock out of the Meteor. So once again, it's one of the reasons I like to actually go Priest, because if you don't CC the Priest perfectly, he has grip, he has life swap, he has mind control, he has massive spell. Very, very difficult to lock that down. You have a counter spell to stop all of that. Not super realistic. So the Meteor misses there. The Vendetta comes out. You're getting some more pressure. Shaman's just not CC'd, right? So Shaman's not CC'd. You could be going for probably right here, Spell Steals and Greater Pyroblast. You go in, you push in, you get the full Polymorph onto the Shaman. That's wonderful, and it looks like it broke. So I'm not actually sure what broke that Polymorph. Very unfortunate, though. So now your Shaman's on PolyDR. You guys should be line of sighting right now. Infernals are out. Shaman's on PolyDR, and you need to get out of line of sight. And since you don't, you have to go into your Ice Block instead. I'm trying to think. So yeah, I'm rewinding the clip right now. Right here, you push in, you get the Poly. Poly breaks from whatever it is, or maybe it was a mass. I don't know if I saw the master spell. Right here, you should be out. Right, you're not stunned. You did get feared, but like right here, you should be like, you shouldn't be casting the Ring of Frost. Ring of Frost, bad. Like you literally should be line of sighting right now. Shaman's on DR. You're not gonna do anything with it, right? As soon as the sheep broke, you should be out of there. The go is over, right? As RMP, as the mage, you're either in or you're out. There's no just like, oh, we're gonna hang out in the middle. That Cauterize procced. You have Pain Suppression on you. You might be okay for another second here. If KS Bolt's going off, no! You needed to line of sight that one for sure. And yeah, so you really, against Destruction Warlocks, like right here, you really need to be aware of the casts, right? Fear, Chaos Bolt, you can either see it here, you can either see it here, you can see it here. I don't know if you use Gladius on the, it's kind of covered by the chat blocker you had there, but or on the Gladius right here. So a lot of different things to see at Chaos Bolt casting. I prefer S Arena, and I usually look like right here, or my S Arena is right about here, but just keeping an eye on those cast bars. I would have either tried to blink the Chaos Bolt, line of sight the Chaos Bolt, kick the Chaos Bolt, but all of those things. So target choice could have been Shadow Priest. Let's see, the cross you see maybe on the Priest, if you were going lock, could have been a bit better. Realizing that you can reset a bit sooner, but other than that, I mean, okay game. You had a good, strong opener. Oh, in the opener, I would recommend blinding, sapping, sheeping right off of that sap to force the Shaman Trinket, in addition to that Warlock Ball. Let's hop into another game. All right, guys, here we are on the Grand Arena. Same exact team, playing Fire, Asa, Disc, and we're fighting Discipline, Warrior, Unholy, Death Knight. So TSG kind of with a Priest. And a lot of you guys actually ask the question constantly, actually. We want to see games versus double melee because I'm getting trained as a mage and I don't know what to do about it. So hopefully we can answer that question if that's in your mind right here, right now. We get the full sap out. War Banner goes down. You kill the War Banner. Sap is about to end on the Priest and you don't follow it up there. Now you followed it up with the blind and it forces the shrink. And I love that you followed it up there. Perfect. Once again, I still would have gone for the sheep, got stopped, and then followed it up. The AMC comes out. Your rogue gets gripped and stunned, so it looks like they're actually on their rogue. Polymorph coming out, and like right now, dude, I would just be casting Greater Pies over and over and over to force them to get onto you instead of your rogue. Or if they don't stop the Greater Pies, then you kill them. It forces them in this very interesting position if you just start casting Pies that they wouldn't otherwise be in. You put out the Dragon's Breath, but you were Arcane locked, so I don't know about that. You want a Dragon's Breath when you're not Arcane locked. You get the Polymorph anyway. You get the full sheep there onto the Priest. The Pain Suppression's out onto the Warrior. More damage is connecting. I'm trying to look at where your Combust is, by the way, on your action bar. I actually don't even know if I see your I don't know. Where is your Combust, my friend? Oh, here it is. It's already on cooldown. Okay, so Warrior's taking a lot of damage. You're getting very low as well. You get the sheep onto the Priest that has no trinket into the Fear. Love it. Pain Suppression's over onto the Warrior now. This definitely works. A lot of damage coming out. You have another Fire Blast available. Not sure if you're playing Searing Touch for those Scorches. You're getting low HP too, so it's something to keep in mind. I would wait for the Cauterize to block or let your Priest Pain Suppression, since it's a very aggressive moment for you guys right now. So you could your Priest could just Pain Sup you to stay aggressive, and you do block. Not terrible, especially if it was to call it from your Priest. The Cheap Shot in the Groat comes into the half poly. Beautiful CC chain. Rallying Cry comes out. Greater Pyro lands. Warrior getting super low. Not sure if he's going to go down. Right here's where I'd be coordinating kicks with my rogue. Like, I'll kick first, you kick second. So like right here, when Priest casts Penance and you kick him, I don't know if you called it out or not because I can't hear the comms, but I would 100% say, I'll kick Penance, you kick Mend, so that both schools are locked. Warrior's still low. I would definitely proc a Spell Steal on that Power Word Shield. Diminishing Return is up in 15 seconds on the Priest. You have Dragon's Breath up, so what I would actually do in this situation is kick the Penance with Counterspell, Dragon's Breath, a Shadow Mend, so that he can't do either Spell Steal, a Shield, maybe cast a Scorch or Fire Blast, throw the Meteor, and he might just go down here. I see what happens. You don't actually scorch that men there, but the bomb does land on the heel, and that's pretty much GG. So this, I'm super glad. So you guys won this game. I'm super glad this game went this way, because this is how it looks for me a lot of the times. So when people are like, what do you do against double melee? Guys, you played more aggressive, right? You're a rogue and a mage. You should win the game in 2 minutes, 3 minutes, like on the long side, and you can even win in like 1 or 2 minutes a lot of the times. So what do you do with double melee? You go more aggressive than they do, force them on the back foot, and you either win in 2 or 3 minutes or you lose, because as a mage, you only have block, you have the pain suppression from your priest, you have trinket temp shield, and you have cauterize. Once you're out of all 4 of those things, you're dead, right? Like, that's it. So that's all she wrote. So you have to basically know that you have 4 goes to win the game. You have to win before that. You put the pressure onto them. You get the CC. You take a lot of damage, but you get the CC, and you force them into a position where they die before you do. So it's really just like going, fighting fire with fire. You're just going super, super, super aggressive. So I'm really, really happy this game went this way. Let's hop into another match. All right, so in this game, guys, we're fighting Jungle, Priest, Survival, Feral. A very, very popular composition right now. Once again, not the easiest thing to fight as RMP a lot of the times. Actually, I think Hunter and Feral can kind of work here. And it kind of depends on the strategy. I think more often than not, when we're playing Assassination, we'll actually go on to the Feral Druid. And then if we're playing Sub or some type of other comp, a lot of times I like to kill Hunter. But in this specific case, I would probably go on the Druid, which means what does your opener look like? Greater Pyro, don't mind it. Kind of scaring the Priest off a little bit. Sap comes out onto the Hunter, you're spell stealing him. Nice, don't mind it at all. Priest just rebuffing, reshielding, like it. Cheap Shot comes out on to the Hunter. You throw out the Meteor, you get mind controlled, you will the mind control, and there's just no CC on the Priest, right? So 100% of the time, you should either go for a Cheap Shot into a Poly on the Priest, you should go for a Sap on the Priest, a Dragon's Breath into a Poly on the Priest, a Blind onto the Priest. You guys needed something, right? You guys needed to force something, but there was no CC on the Priest, so the whole opener with Vendetta and Meteor, the Priest just mind controlled you and put a shield up. Not quite the look you guys want to go for, right? You need that CC as RMP before you're going for that burst. Polymorph's coming out. You actually fake the death, so it means you can get that full poly really, really soon. You get the full poly, and here's the problem with this poly, right? Here's the problem with this poly. It's good, like getting polys, I'm excited for you, but Kidney is on DR for 6 seconds onto the Druid, and Cheap Shot's on DR for 2 seconds onto the Hunter. So you guys can't actually do a go for at least 2 seconds onto the Hunter, 6 seconds on the Druid, and the full poly is only going to last for 4.6 more seconds, right? So that's a problem, right? The full poly is essentially wasted because of the stun. Now your Priest is in the trap, your Rogue's taking a lot of damage, he has that pain suppression up. Right? I like the game's just a bit awkward. So now the Sheep's gonna end. I haven't watched this game yet, but the Sheep's gonna end, and then you're gonna get the Kidney with no CC again. He's on blind DR for 7 seconds too because of that fear. We'll see where this goes. Your Rogue's taking a ton of damage. That power word barrier is out. Now your Rogue can Kidney something. It looks like you're cloned. You can't quite trinket it yet. I see you trying to trinket there. Subflex taking a ton of damage. Looks like you might just die here. You guys really need to Kidney Shot something because it's been way too long since a Kidney Shot. You really need to get the Kidney Shots on DR. So the Fear comes out into the Poly. Love it. Fear Poly. Kidney Bomb on to the Druid. The Bomb might not be necessary. Throw out the Meteor. Going for the Resheep. Love all of this. He gets the wall off. There's no more Sheeps that quite connect. The Half Blind coming out. I don't know about that Half Blind. He actually might have... Did he death that Half Blind? Let's see. He did death the Half Blind. Yo, shout out to Awakened Dev for deathing that Half Blind. Yo, that's what I'm talking about, dude. The play's coming out. I would really be coordinating the kicks, right? Counterspell and the Rogue kick onto the Priest here. I'd be like, I have first, you have second. There's the Penance. You kind of let it go off. The Druid's getting taught from that. You cast Greater Pyroblast. You fake the kick there. Don't mind it. Casting another Pyro. I like it, but your Rogue's just going to go down here. It looks like this full stun into the full fear on your Priest. Rogue goes down. So... This game, the Death Blind is unfortunate. The opener, you did not get CC on the Priest. And the second Sheep, you use the Kidney, and then you use the Sheep. So you have to line up the Sheep and the Kidney, right? So that when the Sheep lands, the guy's in the Kidney, and then you're bursting. Always not super easy to do, but that's what you're aiming for. So yeah, you guys messed up the first go, you guys messed up the second go, and then kind of the third go, the death, he death the blind, and then the fourth go, the game's over. Once again, you're not going to live a super long time. So defensively, defensively, that wasn't terrible. Offensively is where you guys need to really sharpen up if you want to win a game like this versus jungle. All right, guys, final game here. We got the RMP Mirrors, Tolvaran Arena. All right, if you guys are liking this, let me know down below in the comments. I'm going over someone else's gameplay. I really, really enjoy this. I just feel like there's so much I can talk about what they could do better, what they're doing well, all the type of things. So right now in this video, guys, let me know down below in the comments if you guys are enjoying this video, and follow me on Instagram. Anyway, here we are, RMP Mirrors, Fire Assassin Disc, full blind comes out onto your priest. They open up onto you. You're blinking around line of sight with the ring. I don't know if that was absolutely necessary. You get the ring onto the rogue though, so it kind of worked out for you. Sheep comes out, hopefully on that sheep shot. Beautiful. You get the full polymorph onto the priest, and you're starting damage out onto the rogue. And it looks like you do throw out your counterspell as well. Meteor comes down. I don't know about that meteor unless the rogue is stunned. Pain suppression comes out. Very fast-paced game here. The combustion on both sides. The mage spell steals yours. You pop the beautiful temp shield. I absolutely love it. And it looks like they're kind of going you, and you guys are going the rogue. I love that you're going the rogue. I think it's a very great strategy. You're getting low. You go into the ice block. It gets mass dispelled. You actually immediately come out as well. Your priest, that full polymorph is actually pretty scary right now. You don't have pain suppression. You don't have temp shield. You just got out of the ice block. You still have the cauterize. So what I would really be thinking about right now, at this point in the game, is setting up the kill onto the rogue, right? He's on no trinket, priest has no trinket. If you guys get a full poly on the priest, a full kidney on the rogue, and you counterspell the mage on the poly when he tries to peel, you win the entire game, right? So it's about just switching the pressure. The full kidney just came out on the rogue though, so the diminishing return is still pretty much there. So if you get the full kidney just came out, so the rogue is full stun, but you're targeting priest here. If you get the poly, throw out a good amount of damage, the rogue could just die here. You have 3 fire blasts, you have a good amount of damage, you have the counterspell available for the mage when he tries to peel. This is actually looking pretty good, right? What a lot of people will be thinking in this situation is, oh crap, I'm 20 or 30% life, I'm going to die. Let me try to peel. No, this is time to go aggressive, right? You're not going to win this game if you don't go aggressive. Kidney bomb comes out. You're going for the poly onto something. Let's see what you get it on. Doesn't look like you were polying the mage, right? So if you polyed the priest there, you might have actually just won the game with the counterspell on the mage instead. You fake out the death. Not sure if you're going to get the poly onto the priest. The kidney bomb comes onto you. It's super scary. Your priest does throw down that powered barrier. Absolutely love it. The quarter fear coming onto the priest into the full poly. So this is very scary. But if you guys live this, then you like win the entire game. So I really, really hope you live here. The barrier, that pre-barrier pretty much saved you. Full priest now coming out onto, or full sheep coming out onto the priest now. This is perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Meteor comes down. If the kidney shot lands on the rogue, he's probably going to die here. Oh, it looks like he kidneyed the mage instead. I do not agree with that kidney shot whatsoever. I think the kidneys need to be onto the rogue, especially when the game is this tight, this close, right? You cannot just be peeling with a kidney. Love that grip from your priest, getting you away from that meteor. That was a great job. Now you're sitting in the root, kind of hanging out. Once again, guys, you're one go away from winning this game. If you just kidney the rogue, full sheep the priest, counterspell the mage, it's over. Tons of damage coming out into that rogue. The full kidney shot onto the rogue. You're going for the sheep on the priest. You land the sheep, and now it's over. Sheep and kidney. Sheep and kidney. Game's over. Polymorph's coming out from the mage, but it's going to be too little, too late on their side. So, good game. Fast pace. I think it could have ended a bit sooner. I think your priest was the MVP of this game. With the grip on the meteor, the powered barrier onto the smoke bomb. Your priest played very well defensively to allow you guys to live this long, right? If your priest was making more mistakes, I think you guys would have just died a little bit sooner. This is about 2,600 MMR. You guys are doing awesome. But I think the game could have ended a bit sooner if you just kidney that rogue, sheep the priest, dragon's breath sheep, or fear sheep onto the priest, and counterspell the mage on the polymorph on the go. And that's something that you really, really want to be aware of, is saving that counterspell for the goes for the enemy mage. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you did not enjoy the video, make sure to give it a big thumbs down. I think videos like this, I mean, it's hard for me to tell you guys how helpful it was, but you guys can tell me how helpful this video was. Breaking down someone else's gameplay at around 2,600 MMR, talking about all the things that, you know, they could improve on, even though they're already Gladiator level, but to really take their gameplay from a Gladiator level to a rank 1 level. If this video helped you guys, please let me know down below in the comments. Try to get more footage like this for you guys in the future. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you guys want notifications when I'm uploading YouTube videos, when I'm going live on Twitch, handstand pictures, and all of the Instagram stories, make sure to follow me on Instagram. I'm keeping you guys up to date on Instagram pretty much consistently. So if you guys have an Instagram, take out your phone, type in Xaryu LOL, and go follow me on Insta. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next upload. Peace.